Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with the reaction for guys. Take us, of course, to continue the journey of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. This is Season 2, Episode 28. Of course, we'll not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode, I'll be honest, it was strange. It was goofy, but at the same time, it was fun. And we got introduced to a new alien jury rig, which I literally paused the episode and said, who is this? Because he was fiddling with the watch, Ben was, and also I'm like, who is this alien? Then 2 seconds later, he turns into the new alien. And Gwen even said, yeah, jury rig is really good at tearing things apart, like Kevin's car. Always with Kevin's car. Always something happens with that car. But then she tells him, jury rig could also put things together. I mean, that can't be the only power he has, is tearing everything apart. And he actually does fix, you know, all that. It was fun. And Dr. Animo, which, when you really think about it, he was the second ever villain ever introduced in this world, in Ben 10. Like in the classic episode, the classic series, episode 1 was that robot or whatever that was under Vilgax's order, and we got to see, or in the silhouettes or whatever, and hear Vilgax. Episode 2 ever of Ben 10 in the original continuity, the original, run of, continuity of shows and everything, was Dr. Animo. So to see him back again with a farm and everything is just crazy, but it was still a fun episode. I had a good time with it. And they showed Accelerate in the damn watch. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but regardless. Anyways, I'm excited where we go from here. We're only literally, I think, 4 or 5 episodes left and we're done. It's crazy to think that we're literally that close to wrapping up Ultimate Alien, and then we have Omniverse. It's crazy to think that we're almost close to the end of this journey and starting the next chapter, the final chapter in this original, in this continuity of Ben 10. So let's continue now. Let's see what happens here in episode 28 of season 2. Let's go.
Going down.
Oh shit. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Good protection. Oh, he's okay. Why not accelerate? What? Wait. Oh, shit. What?
We shall see.
I don't know where we're at right now, but was that really Darkstar's intent to save her? Okay.
My mask. What have you done to it?
He's pretty again.
Welcome to the realm of magic, Michael.
Is this where he wanted to go?
I have a realm. Nobody can penetrate my defenses unless I let them.
Yeah, she opened the door on her own.
Hey, swirly thing, I can't read this.
It's a gateway spell. He summoned the door to anywhere. No way what, Kevin? No way he'll find my magic book? No way he'll steal my most powerful gate spell?
Yeah.
No way he'll get away?
He's wanting to see what he can do.
Come on.
Oh, those things.
Stop laughing at me. Tricaster.
She's fine. She's fine.
That was fantastic.
Just being near you seems to bring out the best in me.
Oh my god. Oh my
You have
god.
no idea how. Please tell your friend to be quiet. I need to concentrate. Please tell your friend the door isn't where
Friend.
it is.
She keeps saying that.
It's wherever
Friend.
you do the spell.
Kevin? Because Charmcaster killed us, which isn't a bad reason.
Okay, all done.
Oh, here we go. The door's there.
Then let's go get him.
And is it gonna work? Ooh. Nope.
You're insane. It's unstoppable.
I mean, you now learn this?
Not if we work together.
Come on, that wasn't nice. Oh my, oh god, this is bad. Wait, what?
My stupid book was perfectly safe where it was before you put it in here.
It was sitting out in the open. How long am I in the doghouse?
Not sure yet.
She'll figure it out. I'll let you know later.
Find my friend.
She hesitated.
I wasn't running. You think I'd ever leave you after what we've shared?
It seems
Maybe.
possible, considering that you snuck out here in the middle of the night. Never. I love revenge. It's one of my things. Fine.
You're letting me go?
I am.
She's
And I'm
gonna help
tell
you.
a secret. That's the rest. Now you can come and go as you please.
I won't betray your trust.
Ooh.
Then you're not the one making the door glow?
What are you talking?
What happened to the door?
Oh, we're going back here? Really? He's back where it all began, I think, right?
You always were the most dangerous member of your team.
Wonder if he could absorb this.
Contigo!
What was that?
What did you do?
Help her. Oh, come on, help her.
It's nowhere near enough.
And he's, yep.
This was on Darkstar's palm when the door opened.
Ooh. That was easy.
Who's up for some breaking and entering?
We're here. Hello.
How can I crush my enemies if I lose my power 5 minutes into the battle?
I can help you control it.
I think he's gonna betray her.
Some things, once you see them,
Yep.
you can't unsee them.
You're giving him all that mana.
Yes.
Jealousy is such an unattractive emotion. You think I'm jealous of a lying, two-faced energy vampire?
Oh, shit.
You can do better.
Always with the rock golems.
Crazy? Or is he getting stronger?
A little bit both, but... Take a boulder. Aww.
Troglodyte.
Holy shit, that was good. Oh, he can control them now.
Of what's in store for you?
He loves me.
No.
He does.
Nothing.
Then I'm going to conquer 2 worlds.
Oh, that's messed up.
But he's so beautiful.
I'll take lovely Gwen as a trophy.
Lovely Gwen?
Yeah, you finally heard this. Yeah.
2 dates.
Oh, shit. Good catch.
Even lovely Gwen?
Oh, that's nothing beautiful. Why wouldn't I?
What is it then? What's my name, Michael?
Oh, Michael.
Heather.
It's not Heather. Oh, shit.
Where were we?
And there you have it, guys. Who would have thought Charmcaster, Hope, and Michael Darkstar working together in basically a couple for a little bit in the episode? But you really know the true intention of Michael Darkstar. Like, you know what his whole thing is, right? Power. Reverting what he is now back to his former glory, if you will. I thought it was really interesting. Especially how he stole the book, and I think he must have found out in some way, I have no idea, that there's a magical realm and he needs to go there to see if he can absorb energy. And then, of course, who's there to basically pull him in is Charmcaster. And she basically just watches over him until he wakes up. And then things start to kind of unfold pretty fast, where he's back to his normal self, his helmet's off and everything, and he's beautiful again. He's Michael again. Whatever. I figured as much, that he was going to betray and everything. Of course, in the third act, he's screaming, I want to have enough power to take over this realm. I'm going to take over 2 worlds. It's like, the thing is too, what's funny is that Charmcaster, Hope, she's so still smitten with him. She's still like really smitten with him. He's beautiful. And Gwen's like, look, you heard him say all this stuff. He's ugly on the inside. He's a terrible person. Like, you're terrible too, Charmcaster. But we're talking about Michael. We're talking about Darkstar right now. She still believes. Well, maybe, like, no. And then he says, and I love how they tied this in, because since the very first time he was introduced, way back in Alien Force, Lovely Gwen. Lovely Gwen. That name, I think he said it in every single episode he's ever appeared in, I think. And they tie that into this episode specifically because I think he said it twice, But he says it in the second time in front of Charmcaster, and she hears him. I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna hurt everybody, including the lovely Gwen. Oh, just a slip, don't worry about it. Okay. What's my name? Michael. And she makes a point to say, what's my name? Michael. He's like, Heather? I think it said Heather. Wow, what a failure. At least he knew it would start with an H, but he wasn't listening. He only cares about the power. I thought it was an interesting concept, right? You take a character who can absorb energy like Darkstar Michael and put him into the realm of magic and then have him form a bond, a relationship, because it's not really, maybe he had feelings for Charmcaster. It's hard to say, because once we got introduced to him and realized who he really was in that first episode, which they brought in that whole power plant. I believe that was in the first episode he was ever introduced. Like that power plant was a part of the narrative in the episode, his first appearance, I believe. If I'm wrong, it's another episode he was a part of. But I'm pretty sure that was the same plant in the first episode he appeared in. They focused and showcased it. It's like, that looks familiar. But you can never trust the guy, right? He was forming all these relationships, including Gwen, to absorb their energy, absorb their power, to make him stronger and all this kind of stuff. And so the idea that he's actually smitten and he loves, because he's like, I love you, like he's screaming at the door because he got pushed out at the end of the episode, I love you. I think he loves the idea of Charmcaster, but he loves the fact that she can give him like energy and give him power, because he saw how strong and powerful he was in the realm itself. But once he exited and fought the trio, the team didn't go so well, did it? He really was having a hard time, and it just didn't go his way at all. So I think he loves the idea of Charmcaster because ultimately she can give him what he wants and what he needs. So I think that was smart to kind of play that up and to combine and put these two villains into a show. Because Charmcaster's met a number of villains. I think, if I remember correctly, she was a part of the -10 or whatever at the end of Classic. If I remember correctly, maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe it was another time she's in with the villains. But like, there's been a number of times where Charmcaster has met other characters outside of the trio, and it was interesting to see her and Michael together, to kind of see that dynamic, because I think it's always fascinating when this show takes villains and team them up, right? You know it's never going to really work out. You can never trust villain teams. I always think back on when it was Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They had, I think it was the Masters of Evil, which is a villain team in the comics. I believe that's their name. But they had a bunch of villains from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes they had introduced over time in the show, and they came together to form a kind of anti-Avengers team to go against the Avengers. Well, guess what? It didn't work out. You know why? Because villain teams never work. So with this, I knew it wasn't going to work out. I figured as much it was going to be Darkstar Michael over Hope, because Michael can never be trusted. And yes, look, Charmcaster did do some redeeming up to a certain point, and then she completely went the opposite direction, taking over the realm, killing the trio, and all these lives within the magical realm to bring her father back, and how that backfired on her. So it's kind of back in that same place again, right? Where she's like, I like the character, but you can't support her, right? Now, she had every right to kick Michael out and everything, not to trust him and all that kind of stuff. She lost her mind. She destroyed her whole castle because of how angry and how emotional it was for her to realize, wow, she even told Gwen, the one time I got a boy who likes me, you have to come and ruin it. Well, that's not what, I get it, but that's not what they're trying to do. Because if you allowed Michael to stay around, he was going to overthrow you. He was going to drain you of your power. And that's essentially what he was doing. Because if you noticed, when they kissed, he started glowing gold. So, of course he was going to be manipulating that. Of course he was. Because he's like, I have Charmcaster wrapped around my finger. Like he had all those other girls at different points. Especially when he was first introduced in that first episode. All these girls wrapped around his finger. And then he's like, I still got it. Charmcaster is now loving me, loves me, wants to be around me, and I'm benefiting from it. So I gotta play the role, play the part. So it was definitely interesting. A lot of variety of aliens in the episode that Ben used. Once we saw Fast Track, I'm like, no, accelerate, because he already showed a T accelerate in the watch last episode. Anyways, but it was fun. It was a good time. Some fun action sequences. I, always get a kick out of just seeing new ways they can incorporate new action scenes, especially because, like, I don't think I think Darkstar has fought Ultimate Aliens before, I think. But when Ben turned into Ultimate Humongosaur and slammed him into the ground, just like bam, it was a fast cut and everything. It was so good. It was so well done. I'm trying to think in particular anything. I always love when Gwen is like using new abilities or at least using new spells, because that like she created like a triangle, like that's a horrible triangle, and then did a spell name and slammed it, and it went flying into him, and it took away his abilities. Like, what did you do? I always love seeing new shit like that. It's really cool. So overall, had a good time with the episode, and it was cool to see these two iconic villains of the Ben 10 universe coming together, working together. Not really, but it was still fun to see that, because I just never would have thought, hey, they should do this. They should bring these two characters together. Never would have thought it would happen, but it did, and it was fun to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Can't wait to see what happens next. Like I was mentioning in the intro, we're getting closer to the end. It's crazy to say that, but we're getting closer to the end, and hopefully it ends on a really good note. Well, thankfully, we still have more to go in terms of another show, but the end of this era of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.